Petri dish. The Petri dish. The Petri dish.
This is
The Petri dish. The Petri dish. The Petri dish. This is the Petri dish. There's something growing in here, and it's probably bacteria. Let's see. Update on the fermented things. Kombucha. I put the wrong. I put it all in the wrong container, and now I don't think I'll be able to get it out.
There's a right container?
Yeah, you're supposed to have like an open mouth, like a giant jar.
Oh, for your scope?
Yeah, so now the fucking SCOBY is going to get clogged in the tiny opening.
Oh, jeez.
And I fucked up.
I don't think we've ever done this podcast and not talked about a SCOBY in the first minute.
I'm always growing something.
Yes.
For some reason. Oh, fuck, I didn't feed my sourdough starter. It's cold fermenting. I'm only 2 days late on it.
I always wanted to do that.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'll give you some starter. You can feed it.
I knew someone with like a 10-year-old one, and I was like, I don't like this pressure.
Shit. That's a lot of pressure. I don't know if I'd want to kill
sourdough.
All right, that's it. The podcast is over.
Okay, guys. I quit comedy. That's what it was all about.
Yeah, you just wanted to make that one joke. Guys, guess who's here? It's Dylan Lusk.
Hey.
Or as I have called you, Chicken de Lusk. That is now your name.
Oh, you just always called me that behind my back until
No,
now.
I think I thought it once, and I was like, and then I never brought it up until you weren't here.
Mental note.
And I was like, oh, yeah. Should probably tell you about that eventually. Nah.
Chicken de Lusk. I like it.
It's the way to do it.
Yeah. I'll call my first album that.
Yes. Let's record it right now.
Chicken de Lusk. All's fair in Lusk and War.
Just replace different four-lettered L words with your last name.
From Lusk till dawn.
I like that one the best, actually.
That's a good one. I've actually been sitting on that one for years.
You should just make it like different movie covers, and then you just put your face in there.
Yeah.
I think that could work out.
I think those are the only two.
From dawn till Lusk.
No,
it doesn't work the other way around. I don't like that at all. From something. The fight. I have not been practicing. I've not been honing the craft of comedy.
Yeah.
Can you tell?
Yeah, I can.
I had one good show a month ago. I've done two open
let's
mics.
ride this out.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. I went on stage yesterday. I went up and did the library.
Yeah.
And I mean, none of it was good anyway, so I don't feel too bad. But none of my jokes hit anywhere. And I was like, all right, cool. See you guys later.
I did that at the library last week.
Good.
Because I was out of town the week before, and I did not do stand-up. And it sucks when you realize you actually have to practice this shit.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
It's like jokes that work.
Yeah, you're like, okay, I'm good at this now. I shouldn't have to do it like 4 times a week.
Yeah, just to learn how to talk.
And then you fuck it up once, and you're like, all right, cool.
I'm
bad.
I don't know how to have any inflection in my voice.
It's awful. I feel like I'm bad at it again. But
yeah, and then I always spot people who I'm like, I bet you've never seen me do this. And you just are convinced it's this.
Yeah, you're like, you're convinced I suck now. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened yesterday. It was like 3 or 4 new dudes.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I wanted to try new shit tonight, so this is going to go badly.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened this year. Like, I was just starting off, like, I wasn't feeling it. And so, like, all the new people started coming in, and I was like, oh, I think everyone here thinks I fucking suck.
Yeah.
So I started coming out consistently and trying to do good again because I was like, I got to show up, everybody.
I feel like I've heard lots of, like, professional comics, like, for their advice is, like, you can't kill every time. That can't be what you do. And I'm like, but
what if
that's the only thing that makes me feel alive.
Yeah. What if I wanted to kill every time, though? There has to be a way to practice that.
Anytime I'm like, it's going to suck, I'll just tell 5 minutes, and then 10 people walk in, and I'm like, fuck. That's my crowd. Those are my fans.
I've been trying to write new stuff, but I mean, I've not been in like a comedic mood because usually it's just I have to be real. I don't know, lackadaisical about life and feel real, not shitty. Like it's either I got to feel like nothing or I have to feel that things are absurd. And right now, I'm feeling pretty good. Like, life's not bad, and I have never had to write in that mind frame before.
Yeah.
I don't know how to create comedy from like, oh, I feel real good and things are fun. It's like, oh shit, what do I do now?
Yeah, I remember like when I was I think like about a year into stand up, and I started like dating my girlfriend, and that's how I had to open my sets. I was like, things are going well, guys. Like, this is not good for comedy.
I might have to switch to that too, because I've been going up and just going like, hey, here's the same premise 4 times, because that's all I've got. That's all I've got for you. The only thing that I've been able to go off so far is just weird shit dudes keep saying to me.
Oh, nice.
And so that's all I've got right now is just like, you know, I walked into the gym and some guy said, I'll have what he's having. You know, look at you all Lagunitas up.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. We've been drinking a lot of those.
Hell yeah.
And then let's see, what else? Some guy tried to get me to join a rugby team.
Oh.
That didn't exist. I was just walking
He's
around.
like, you look large and aggressive.
Yeah, he was like, you should play rugby. I'm like, where? He was just like, oh, I don't know. He wasn't ready for a follow-up question.
He's like, I don't know shit about rugby, dude.
Yeah, and so...
He's like, you should find it out yourself.
That's just been my stand-up, is just taking things people have said to me and going, isn't that weird? And I haven't been able to extrapolate on it any further because I have not been practicing.
Yeah, my notes are just full of like, this could be a good bit if I put more time into it than the first time I thought about it. And then I'll go try and do it with no thought, and I'm like, that sucks every time. I'm never telling this joke again.
I think the other thing that sucks is, I think you would understand this because you have other artistic facets aside from straight stand-up.
A little bit.
Yeah, what with, you know, some videography. And writing, and now we can talk about the new website a little bit. We you know, because I have too many outlets at this point now. So like when stand-up doesn't go well, I just fuck off stand-up for a little bit. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to do band
and
shit,
you still
I guess.
feel productive?
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, podcasts, band, and, you know, gardening or fucking whatever. So
yeah, I've been gardening.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's the way to do it.
My weed is doing terrible, which is weird because it's my full-time job.
Yeah, that's the thing you should be good at.
Yeah.
Your rosemary's coming in strong.
Oh, my rosemary's fucking good, dude.
Cilantro game on point.
Yep, got
weed,
cilantro.
Bad.
Got some parsley.
You know, those do all smell way better than weed. Like, I'll have to concede that.
Yeah. I always
better.
really liked the smell of weed. Like, even when I didn't smoke weed in high school, I was
Same.
like, I'll hang out. It smells fucking good.
I've always liked it, but at the same time, like, man, I'd rather have the smell of like a steak with a rosemary sprig in it than like just getting high.
Rosemary fucks everything up. It's great.
It's so good. My favorite thing.
Potatoes.
Just like get a bunch of rolls, like even just pre-made shitty ones, and then you just butter and rosemary on top.
Oh,
toss that in the oven. That's some good shit. Anyway, the website.
We should have a comedic herbs
cooking
and spices.
We just have a gardening show.
That'd be fun.
What if we just had our own like Martha Stewart home and like craft show, but with just other comedians? Like, what do you guys do to de-stress? Like, oh well, I know like Austin's starting a little garden in the back for himself, and I'm like tending chickens all the time. Like, it's fucking. We all have outlets.
There was a comic I knew in Cleveland who was just like this angry black dude. Like, you were always like, I don't think he even likes me, man. And his therapist, I guess, told him to find things that like made him happy, and he liked baking. So if he was in a real pissed off mood for the whole week, he'd show up at the mic with like a cake.
Fuck
and
yeah,
it was awesome.
That's what I've been. I mean, another thing that I like I make bread and shit. Bread making is fucking soothing as shit, and then it takes 9 hours, so I'm just busy the whole day.
Yeah. Every time I tried to make bread, it's like the worst timeline to plan it for. I'm like, I'd like that for dinner. I don't want to wake up at 4 a.m. and start making this.
Yeah, you really got to think it out, especially the fucking sourdough that I deal with. I'm like, okay, if I wake up at 9 a.m., I can start proofing the starter, and then by 10:30 I can start the auto lees. So by noon I can actually get the dough stretched and put into the hot area to then stretch every half an hour for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then at the end of that I can let it rest for another hour and start baking by like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
So like maybe by 7 I'll have 2 loaves of bread if I start at 9 a.m.
Yeah, and every time I make it, my girlfriend like thinks it's the best thing in the world, but I'm still just like, this was not where you don't appreciate what I did.
I can do so much better.
Remember when I was fumbling around in the middle of the night? I was making dough.
Yeah.
I've only ever made like the no-knead bread though, so it's
still
mostly
good.
just starting it.
Yeah.
And then
It's just, watching
I
it
just am
live.
not good at planning anything in my life, so I can't do that.
The hardest part about life is the planning.
Yeah.
Because, on the days that I don't plan, I forget how long a fucking day is.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I did all day yesterday. I woke up and I took 2 different naps throughout the day, and I still wired my chicken coop and went and bought fence post shit, and then went to down at Harrah's and had dinner with lunch with my family, and then I was like,
Hash House?
No, I went. We just went to the buffet, and it was.
Oh, is it good?
No, it's not. I'm not even gonna lie. It's probably one of the worst buffets. But it was breakfast, so they had chicken fried steak and
discount
biscuits.
too.
Yeah, that helps.
I fucked with the Toucan Charlie's buffet. That one was the shit.
That's the real shit. That's
Have you
my
done
favorite place.
GSR though?
Haven't done GSR.
It's like $10 cheaper than Toucan Charlie's, and I feel like it can't be like $10 less, like
In quality.
worse. Yeah. That's a smart way to word that sentence.
That's tough though, because I get comps and free shit from Atlanta, so they always give me a free buffet every week. So I'm
week?
Every week, every Tuesday is my free buffet day.
Holy shit!
It's pretty dope.
No
You
wonder
should
you're
gamble a fuckload.
6'8".
I
I did finally gamble at a Rail City.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So all your
Hilarious.
money's gone. All your money's gone.
I just saw on their sign they had dollar beers.
Oh, there you go.
So I went and put $5 in
you just
the video
1
poker,
penny.
and I could feel the gambling addiction starting because I doubled my money, and I was just sitting there breathing heavy, ready to deal again and shit.
Oh yeah, I that's what I love about gambling.
I was
I
like,
have
I'm
that addiction.
fired up.
Especially I've dumped $200 in the machines at Beck's just
Oh no,
just because I'm there and I have money. Oh yeah, it's not so bad. I'm not gonna lose. I've never lost more than $1,000.
Okay,
and it's been a thing where it's a holiday time, and I've gotten over overtime pay, or I won last week, so I've got $600 just hanging out in my pocket, and then I blow through all that, and I'm like, well, I'm not out any money, but it would have been nice to put that in the bank first.
Yeah, right. So you're I just had free rent this month.
Yeah, so I've never dumped all of my money into it, but I have dumped all of my winnings into it.
Of course.
And just been like, well, fuck. that could have been my goddamn mortgage.
Do you own this house?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Yep, because I'm a master of the world.
Nice.
Thought it'd be better to just buy the shitty comedy house, and then it's all my responsibility.
Yeah.
It's easier that way.
And comedians are pretty good on paying bills and stuff, so you probably don't have to worry about any
I'm
tenants.
not gonna have to ever worry about that.
I'm never gonna have to hunt anything down.
That is why I have hand selected those that I room with, because there's no way I'm gonna be like, people that I know notoriously never have money, come live in my house. And so I wouldn't have done it if I hadn't already picked the people out first.
Nice.
And so it's working so far.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, I only have to legally live here for 3 years before I can then just turn it fully into a rental. So.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah. So,
no way.
Most mortgages will have a clause in there saying, because you have taken out a loan as a residential, I live here thing.
Yeah.
You got to live here. Sometimes it's 3 years, sometimes it's 5 years.
No shit.
But they just have to be you can't just say, I'm going to make this a residential thing and then start using it for business. So,
damn.
Yeah, so I'm at least stuck here for 2 years in Reno, which 2 more years. So that's not bad.
Yeah.
And I don't hate it yet, so.
Well, if you're stuck somewhere, you got to say you hate it. That's a real Midwest thing. That I've learned.
That's true.
Everyone's like, isn't Ohio the worst? I'm like, it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
That's
it made you pieces of shit. But
it's I feel like you guys would be pieces of shit regardless of location.
Yeah. It was weird though. That's the first time I've ever felt possibly that I could be addicted to gambling. I've always liked it, but I've always just been like, okay, this is profit. I should leave. But one time, my buddy from college is a huge gambling addict, and he was the one who I'd always go with. We went to Pittsburgh, and each took $60, and we were playing craps, and we each had $1,000. Yeah. So I cashed out like an adult, and he kept playing, but he just kept winning. So I just watched him keep winning for an hour, and was like, all right, it's time. I'm like, this table's hot.
You got to put it back out there.
Yeah, so we left with nothing.
Yeah.
That was his own
case.
gambling addiction. I think.
You mean you feel shitty, but at the end of the night, you can still tell yourself, "I only lost $60."
Yeah,
but it feels so
but
shitty.
I was just 21 and like extremely pour.
Yeah, so that you were like that would have been almost life-changing money at this point. Yeah. I had a point it was probably about a year ago now where I was on a hot streak at the casino and I was up $2,000, I think.
Yeah.
I had taken out $200, so I was up so much.
Yeah,
I was
like
up
1,000%.
And I was like, cool, I'm just gonna get the fuck out of here. And then I was like, one more machine. And I ended up losing probably about $300, and I was like, I still got a fuckload of money. Maybe I'll just hit the tables or play some roulette or something. I lose like another $200, and I'm like, okay, just don't. I'll allow myself to lose down to 1,000 because then I still have $1,000.
Yeah, that's $800.
I ended up leaving the casino with like $600-ish.
Yikes.
And I was like, okay, I'm still up, but I feel like such a piece of shit. I had 1,000% profit, and I just fucked off.
Yeah. I mean, there's cameras everywhere. I swear. Yeah. They're like, all right, make them lose.
Yep, get him. We can tell.
Because even the other day, I only put $5 in. I got up to like $15, which is nothing, but like I tripled my money.
Yep.
And then I was sitting there waiting for my girlfriend to stop playing because she's just playing pennies real conservatively.
Yeah, and you're like, come on. Yeah, you're not going to win anything if you don't, risk anything.
I'm either getting another drink or we're leaving. And then I put $5 in like 20 seconds before it was gone.
Yep.
Just betting $1 each time.
That's how it goes. Those fucking machines, they have a brain.
Yeah.
I can tell.
I was playing, I had like a technique that I don't really remember what it was, but then I watched my girlfriend play the same game for a little bit, and she was doing something with like pairs or I don't know. It was all like face cards that I was dealing with.
Right.
And she was doing other shit, and then I was like, oh yeah, that might be all right. Gone.
Immediately fucked it up. You fucked up your own flow.
Done.
Got all up in your head.
Uh-huh.
Fuck,
I love gambling.
I love gambling too much.
Should we just go?
Kinda. I'm always down, but like I gotta
fun
cool
podcast.
down on it. It
Just
would be
gambling.
I mean,
just at casinos talking about herbs and spices.
I think the last time I gambled real good was when let's see, when was it? Yeah, it was when I won the money for my LASIK surgery.
What? I got to get LASIK.
Right? So I was in the casino.
Wait, you won money from your?
No, I won money. I was like 2 days away from doing LASIK, and I was like, okay, I could always do a care credit.
Yeah, I'm already gambling with my eyesight.
Yeah, and so I was like, fuck it, I'll put in $100. And I was playing dollars on on one of the, I think it was like the Locket Link machines, and the grand prize was like $5,000 something.
Nice.
And I'm just playing it for maybe 20 minutes. It's hot, it's going, it's giving me bonuses, and then suddenly the grand just comes down, and it's like ding ding ding, and I was like, oh fuck, that's all the money that I need for my LASIK right there. And
wait, is LASIK $5,000?
It is if you go to the place that has no negative reviews on Google.
I feel like LASIK's far enough along that
yeah, you could probably get by with
I haven't heard of it going bad in a while, right?
Yeah, I haven't heard any horror stories since like the mid-2000s.
I always wonder if it could go bad, like the opposite effect, and I'll be able to see through walls or something.
Fuck, that would be cool. The best.
Yeah.
They make you sign a thing twice, saying there's no guarantee your vision's going to be improved to the point where you don't need corrective lenses. There's no guarantee you're not gonna be blind in an eye or two.
Cool.
And so I signed that paper twice, and I was like, I'm ready, I guess.
Yeah.
And the gods provided by giving me gambling wins.
Yeah, definitely.
That was the last time I felt like a big shot.
I went to the eye doctor for the first time in forever, and I was just real honest. I was like, I have the night and day contacts, and they were like, that's not really a thing. You're still not supposed to do that. They're like, how long do you wear them? I was like, probably 6 months straight. And they're like, you're gonna go blind soon. They're like, you should get LASIK. So I figure I'm gonna go blind either way.
Yeah,
but there's a chance.
I will warn you though. The day. Or the 24 hours after getting LASIK surgery, it'll feel like someone is cutting onions on your eyeball.
Oh,
for
cool.
24 straight hours.
Nice.
So, as I was going through it, I was like, this is almost not worth it. Like, if my vision isn't
Really?
fucking perfect, I will be so pissed
God.
off. I know I signed a bunch of things, but it was just... they gave me painkillers, but because, you
Yeah,
got to
did they
go to a
make
pharmacy.
like eyeball Percocets or something?
No, it's just like you just got
you can't go get them till you can fucking see.
Yeah, you can't go get them until you get done with the surgery. Like, they have to write you the script afterwards. So there's like a good 2-hour window where it's just your corneas have just been peeled off, and their like Valium they give you in the procedure is going to wear off because they only give you enough for the 15 minutes that you're getting your eyes peeled off.
What the hell? I'm trying to have a good day.
Exactly. And so I just ended up writhing in the passenger seat of my dad's van while he'd go in through the Taco Bell drive-thru because the pharmacy was like, oh, it'll be about an hour before your drugs get in.
Holy shit.
And my dad was like, well, what do you want to do? I was like, well, I'm crying in the middle of this CVS, so let's just go get dinner
So
or something.
let's cry at Taco Bell.
I was like, at least cry at Taco Bell. People are used to that shit.
Yeah.
It was the longest Taco Bell trip I've ever had.
Jeez. I don't even know how to, but I bet I could find painkillers in under an hour.
Yeah.
Just
You could probably
walking
just,
around some sketchy streets.
with how many comedians we know, I'm pretty sure you could blast it on Facebook and have it to yourself in 20 minutes.
Yeah, there's got to be some real pieces of shit, right?
This is 100% guaranteed there are pieces of shit.
No one seems like painkillery, though.
Oh, there are.
Really?
Yeah. There are. You'll get there.
There's some blatantly on coke that I encounter. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like everyone does coke, and no one has ever offered it to me here. And I'm just like, do I not look fun?
You
to
gotta,
do coke with?
yeah. You just gotta be like in the know, and you gotta like make jokes on stage about doing cocaine.
Yeah. See, I wanted to do it as a bit, and then I was like, I feel like a bunch of people I don't want to hang out with are gonna come up to me after.
And that's exactly what will happen. I did one joke about hating people talking about DMT dreams.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to do DMT just so I can make them sit through my 15-minute story.
Yeah.
And then the guy afterwards immediately was like, you want DMT?
Hey.
I was like, yes, but not from you.
Yeah. You're like, can I just take it and be on my way?
Yeah, I'm like, you're wearing 3 different flannels on top of each other. Get the fuck away from me. It's just like, I think I just don't like drug dealers. Like, I'm too used to the new weed culture where you basically go to an Apple store.
Yeah.
So now, like, I want to go into Drug Mart and be like, 1 mushrooms, please.
Yeah.
You know?
That's how I started selling weed in Ohio. I was just like, I don't like doing this, and I don't plan on stopping smoking weed anytime soon, so I'll buy as much as I can afford right now.
There
So
you
we
go.
don't have to do this.
Yeah, but like, just give me like a monthly prescription.
Yeah.
And we'll figure it out from there.
Yep.
Fuck.
Then I started making money. It was cool.
Making money is pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, and I mostly just sat around watching Netflix.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of making money, politics time. I don't ever get into politics because I don't give a shit.
Oh, yeah,
most of
I
the
don't
time.
either.
But like for the first,
I'm not even registered to vote.
You poor bastard.
I was afraid I'd get jury duty.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
They'll get you that way.
But now I just yell at, like, white girls with one dreadlock with a clipboard at, like, the food truck Fridays. And just like, oh, yeah, totally. I vote, like, 5
All the
times a
time,
year,
yeah.
dude. I vote more.
Give me a sticker. Let's fucking do it.
I'll vote on anything right now.
For the first time ever, I thought, like, I'm going to get in the stock market game because like, all
I
these
was just doing that.
podcasts have been advertising all that fucking, like, Robinhood app
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
what I got.
Yeah. And
do you need it? I'll get a free
Nah,
stock if you use...
I'm already using it. Yeah. And they fucking... Stock market tanked today.
Oh, no shit. I haven't
Hard.
looked. Like, all of it?
Yeah. All of it. The Dow Jones went down like
buy,
6.
buy,
right
right?
now. Yeah, like, honestly, buy as
Cool.
much as you can right
All
now.
right, pause it.
But shit's real bad because Trump was like, oh, we're going to tariff China. And China's like, you realize we make all your shit, right? So then they
Yeah.
tariffed the fuck out of us.
Oh.
And so everything... Bitcoin...
Oh, my whole app is red.
Yeah, Bitcoin doubled, though.
Oh, no shit.
Because everyone is just like, oh,
Whoa,
yeah.
Bitcoin's like $8,000.
Yeah, again, it fucking went back up.
I think it was like 6 last I saw. Which,
yeah, but it was 3 like 2 months ago.
Damn.
So now I feel like a piece of shit
So
for
it's
not sticking with
still,
crypto.
Like, it's still like good to buy it.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in high school and just a weird kid that was on the internet too much, hearing about Bitcoin when it like started.
Yeah, and yeah, I thought it was
and
a joke.
I was just like, I don't know about this.
I remember being like,
I also just didn't know how to get money. Like I had like,
Oh, yeah,
I
it
had
was-
like $5 in cash in my room.
It was
and I'm like, how
inconvenient
do I
back
get
then
it
too.
to you?
You're just like, okay, I make like $12 an hour at this grocery store. How am I supposed to afford a whole computer to mine these coins?
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I should have just gone into debt. I
Yeah.
should have gone into debt back when it was like $20 a piece.
Right? I knew a comic in Cleveland that made like 10 grand selling his.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Man, we're fucking dumb.
Yeah. What'd you get for your free stock, though?
I think I took, was it GoPro? I think I took GoPro.
Cool.
I already sold it.
Nice.
It jumped up, and I was like, cool, $10.
No shit. I got Groupon.
Nice.
Did you know they're not doing well?
Yeah, I think they're getting beat out by, like, that Honey app instead.
Honey app?
Yeah, the one that's attached to your, like, Google Chrome browser, and it just tells you where discounts are.
Oh, geez.
So no one gives a shit about Groupon anymore.
Should I get stocks in that?
Maybe.
I don't really get... It seems like gambling where it's, like, worthless unless you throw a bunch of money down.
It's 100% just gambling,
Yeah.
but people in
GoPro's
suits
up.
do it.
GoPro's up.
Yeah, that's why I sold it. So, like...
I also got one that's, like, Zynga, which I believe they made Farmville.
Yeah. That was that old tech game company.
Yeah, they're no good.
Yeah, that happens. Fucking that new company that makes the TikTok app. They still haven't gone public, and I'm waiting for that shit.
I bet by the time they do,
it'll be too much.
The app will just go
it'll
to shit.
implode. Yeah. Well, I mean,
or like
have
someone will
Facebook.
buy it. Yeah, Facebook will buy it. Maybe.
I hope so. Fuck.
Yeah, I heard. I think it was Anthony Cumia. Said that he does this thing called N-vesting, and whenever a big CEO says the N-word, he
dumps all
buys
his
up
money.
all their stocks, and then when they apologize, he sells it.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
So I'm
just looking for scandals, really.
I was following scandals too. Trump just did one for us where he probably wasn't illegally, but very untactfully was just like, "Oh, good job, GMC, for buying up this small tech company in this one state." And so that it was a penny stock, and it jumped to like $3 a piece.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and so after it tanked. I just bought up a bunch of their stock because I'm assuming it's just going to keep climbing.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, all right, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, I mean, it seems
hoping.
like anything that's doing all right. Like, I don't know. How bad can shit get? But then it's like, I don't know. I saw Netflix is like $400 or something for a stock.
Yeah.
But like,
It's like
they're only going to go down, if anything, right?
I don't know. I feel like Netflix can only do good right now.
Really?
Like, I feel like Netflix can't fuck up.
Yeah.
Or maybe a year ago
There's
it
too
would
many
have been a
other
better
things,
idea,
though.
but yeah, people are going to start.
I feel like it's
fucking it up.
plateaued for
Yeah.
5 or 6 years.
Yeah, I can't really tell if Netflix is doing good or bad right now.
I don't know. Some of the shows they make are garbage.
Yeah, probably bad.
I saw they have a game show now.
What?
Yeah.
Like doing what?
I don't remember.
Huh. I watched the show called The End of the Fucking World. That's like a British.
Oh, I remember people talking about that.
Like a murderous teen falls in love with like a suicidal one or something. I don't remember.
Dramatic.
I've only watched 4 of the 8 episodes, and
Yeah.
I was drunk as shit when I was watching those first 4 episodes.
Nice.
So I just kept laughing and going, "What the fuck is this?" And so I'm real excited for the next 4 episodes.
I
It was
wonder
pretty
how
good.
many like views a lot of shit on Netflix gets from people that are drunk and asleep on the couch.
I wish Netflix would do like YouTube and just put the view counter up there.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Because I want to see how many times people have watched The fucking Office.
They're gonna make everyone feel like a piece of shit if they just come out with they're like, this is how many times you've watched The Office.
Like if they did the same shit that Spotify's been doing, where they're like, you've listened to this song 87 times this year.
They're like, why don't you try something new?
Yeah, I listened to so much Spotify 2 years ago that they like sent me gifts.
No way.
Yeah, because all my friends in bands and stuff were like, oh yeah, I've listened to like 30,000 minutes.
Yeah,
I've listened
yeah.
to this. I was like, I've listened to 120,000 minutes of
No
music this
way.
year, and they were all like,
I don't even have Spotify.
oh, it's probably the app that I use the most.
I use Laughable.
The fuck is it? Oh, is that
It's a
like
podcast
curated
app.
one?
Maybe.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Spotify just has like all the music
I don't even
you could ever
listen
want.
to music anymore, really.
I can understand. I really fell out with music for like a year or two.
I was like a weird internet kid that had like everything when I was in 10th grade.
Yeah.
But I only like death metal and shit, and like you don't hear about new shit. You have to like really hunt it down.
That's what Spotify's
So I just
for.
have like old go-tos, you know?
You just got to get up in that Spotify metal algorithm.
Yeah.
Have them curate some playlists for
But
you.
I want to hear comedians talk about comedy.
Yeah, that's true. Laughable's good for that.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Mm-hmm. Trying to study my craft.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of studying the craft, now we can talk about the website.
Yeah, got a new website going called theguestspot.net.
Hell yeah.
Because .com was taken, which I realized after I paid for a logo. So I realized, I think my internet was out when I first searched for it, and I was like, yeah, nothing came up.
Google was just like, this page cannot be displayed.
Yeah.
You're like, that means there's nothing.
The worst part is theguestspot.com just says coming soon. And I looked up the history of it. It said that since 2017.
Oh, shit.
So,
been dead for 2 years
don't know
straight.
how to find the guy.
I mean, you could try to, like, look in the, not hyperlinks, but, like, the if you view the details, so you can get the, like, behind-the-scenes HTML and just see where it's being hosted and then contact that hosting site. I don't know. That's fucking convoluted,
They probably
though.
think I'm more ambitious than I am. They're like, yeah, for $5,000. I'm like, okay, no.
Yeah, how about $5?
I'll quit comedy for $5,000.
I wish we could make people quit comedy with just like put up a GoFundMe, like this person needs to quit comedy.
Because even if no one donated to it, like that would make someone want to quit comedy.
Yeah, especially if if the goal's 5,000, but even if it got like 2,000, you'd be like, ouch. And that's all $5 donations. That's
all
not
the
like
perks
one guy.
Could be like their jokes and shit. Like you can have this joke that they tell.
That I don't know if I'm trying to make people that are good at comedy quit comedy.
I am. That's competition.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. I think I'd quit comedy for like a good $2,000, like just enough for a nice weekend in the casino for me.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it'll be a nice 2 hours for you.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go to the craps table. I'm gonna put it all out there. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go to the cashier's cage and be like, all black chips, please. They're gonna have security follow me around and shit.
Craps is so fun though.
Yeah, it is. It's my favorite. That's how I
you
won
don't
my
feel
first
like
pink
you're
chip.
competing against people. It's like a big party.
Yeah, it's like
someone
everyone's
told me
there.
to find the loudest table in craps, and it's like that's the one to go to.
As soon as you hear cheering, you're like, that's mine.
Yeah.
That's
You
mine
got
right there.
some pieces of shit doing the don't pass thing. You're like, who the fuck do you think you are? Especially if you're rolling.
Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, you don't fucking believe in me?
I try and bounce it to hit them.
I like to go up to empty tables sometimes and be like, I want people to feel my vibe.
Oh, yeah.
I've filled up tables before. That's my favorite thing is getting to a table and being like, I'm starting the fucking party. It's the best feeling.
Do you get dressed up all like swaggy?
No, I might though. I might start doing that. Showing up in a suit, but my green Crocs.
Yeah, I went to Vegas with my gambling addict friend that I was telling you about.
Good.
Like right after I turned 21, and we were like, we got to ball out at the casino. We're gonna wear suits the whole time. We didn't pack anything else, and then we were like, this is in the desert.
Yeah, it's 110 degrees right now, and I'm in a full cotton suit.
It was like the end of March, and it was too hot.
It's too much. Fuck.
Yeah. Comedy Cellar down there now?
What? Where at?
In the Rio.
Oh, I love the Rio.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of anyone else like it.
It's a property of the Caesars Rewards
That's
area.
true.
And,
which they have everything.
Yeah, they have everything, and they have Penn and Teller now. Like literally, the Penn and Teller Theater is in there.
Yeah.
And I got to meet Penn Jillette. He was very nice.
Nice.
A little too libertarian.
Are you taller than him?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, I'm taller than Penn Jillette.
Wow.
I made him look like a little baby.
Hell yeah.
Especially because he's gotten real skinny now. He lost a fuckload
it
of
looks
weight.
weird.
So he is just like gaunt and now smaller than me.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, you're an inspiration to giant idiots like me everywhere.
That's gotta suck when you're like a famous like fat dude and you lose weight and everyone's like, fuck you.
Yeah, just like Drew Carey.
Yeah.
Drew Carey was, he had a sitcom. He was, hosting a bunch of things. And then they were just like, you lost a bunch of weight? Want to do maybe The Price is Right, I guess? He
They're
was
like, you're not going to be on TV past noon.
You're only for old people now.
And then he just bragged about how he just quit drinking beer and lost weight. I was like,
what a
beer
fucking
created
piece
you.
of shit. Yeah.
You got to turn your back on it?
I got to quit drinking again. Although, like, I thought I quit drinking for like a year and a half. Like,
Really?
I would have like one drink every now and then, but it was just like I didn't binge drink or anything like I used to. And I was like, if I go back to drinking again, I'm gonna get really fucking fat. And the past month, I have been drinking hard, and I have lost like 10 pounds.
Oh, no shit.
Because I think
Because you don't eat anything?
yeah, like before I would get drunk as fuck and I would make like real bad food choices. Now I'm just here to get drunk and then I'm gonna go home and pass the fuck out. So yeah, I've been doing good. Nice. So guys, just have one vice at a time. That's my advice. So the guestspot.net.
Guestspot.net. So like the Onion or like the Hard Times.
Hard Times, yep.
Yeah, just rip that off.
That's the way to do it. I mean, the Hard Times has been doing that on itself because now they have Hard Drive, the video game based one.
Oh yeah, they have like podcasts and fucking everything.
Yeah, and Clickhole is absurd as fuck. You know, like these things exist, and I don't think there's a good one just in the niche of comedy.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like comedians love
making fun
inside
of
jokes about the scene on Facebook.
It's the best. I mean, I was about to write one about what is it? Punchline? Is that the one closing down?
Yeah, San Francisco.
Yeah. I thought about writing that one like, landlord unaware he's been hosting legendary comedy venue makes way for new brewery. There's some shit like that. It's just like it's just his old pizza place that he just wants to start back up again.
Oh, that's what it is?
No, I have no idea what the actual context is, but it just seems like a thing where the landlord doesn't know.
Freaking out like they're not just going to get another place immediately.
Like the thing that people like about the Punchline is the name. Like that's all it's going to boil down
They're
to.
like, I bet someone's going to tell jokes in there.
Yeah, really. Like any place can be a good comedy venue if you just dump a bunch of money and marketing into it.
Yeah, it's only about who comes.
Yeah.
Like
comedy, like comedians don't like to say this. It's 100% about the audience.
Yeah.
Any
also,
headliner
and comedy clubs are just bars.
Yeah, they're just bars, and then sometimes they have a little
comedy
curtain.
is an afterthought. They're like, sell us drinks.
Oh man, I was talking to a guy who was trying to like start up like a weed restaurant idea. He's like, I want comedy in there. I'm like, I know a bunch of people that would love that idea because he wants it to be like a dinner and a show.
Yeah,
but I'm also just like.
You know who sucks as an audience member? People way too high on edibles.
So I was just like, good luck with that. If you want comedians, I know them. But it took to make that face that you're making right now. That ooh no.
You know what I might be doing? There's this thing called Bud Tender Fight Club, which is it's actually not nearly as cool as it sounds.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like the dudes that work at the dispensaries, the bud tenders or whatever. So they just have like people in production and will come like, talk about weed shit.
Oh, okay.
So I was talking to the guy that runs it and he knew I did comedy and I was like, I got jokes about weed. Like I should come fucking tell some jokes.
Why not?
And he was like, yeah, like that'd be awesome. And then I realized all my jokes about weed are like, isn't weed kind of dumb, guys?
And hating stoners.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell it to a room of people who like just landed their dream job of selling weed professionally.
Yeah, all my weed jokes are like before I started really smoking weed.
Oh yeah,
and so now they're kind of like outdated and don't work. But I've had to improve on them a little bit. But still good. They still work, I guess.
They might like my take on things.
They'll appreciate it because everyone knows the most annoying stoner.
Yeah,
like everyone has at least one of those people where they're like,
and they're all the guys that are in that room.
Yeah, they all have that floppy rainbow hat where all their dreads are tucked into it.
Yeah. I feel like it's more the flat brim.
Yeah, now it's more that nowadays
with like an obnoxious design on it and a pin.
Just like some cartoon face, and you're like, "Oh, what's that from?" And they're like, "Oh, I don't know. I just saw it," and I was like,
"It's a cartoon face with red eyes," and they're like, "He's
high as fuck."
They always say that about like old music and shit. They're like, they were high as fuck when they wrote this, and you're like, that's how music happened.
Yeah, I was like, sober music is very bone crushing. You know, like if you want some like jazziness, you gotta be high as fuck.
Yeah.
To care about any of it.
I bet like Radiohead. What do you think's like a sober music thing?
I mean, just look at all the straight edge punk bands. It's too fast. It's 3 chords, and the song's done in a minute.
Yep.
Because they are jacked on, themselves.
And
maybe
they're
caffeine.
So pissed. They gotta relax. Yeah, they just hammer energy drinks.
Yeah, it's all Monster.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the most Warped Tour shit I ever saw was Monster put water in Monster cans and just called it like tour juice, and so they gave that to all the musicians so the musicians could look like they're drinking Monster.
Wow.
But just be like hydrating, and so everyone would be like, oh, they're just jacked on Monster all the time, and no, they're just drinking water.
Oh, that would suck. I think I'd just be dehydrated.
Yeah,
I'd be like, I don't want to come off
drink
this
Monster water.
Monster. Like I drink Red Bull like pretty much every day. Because I just want to die, probably.
Yeah, gonna get kidney stones.
Like sometimes you'll just go in like the airport or something, and they'll be like, "We just have Monster." And you're just like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
If anything, give me like a Java flavored one. I'll take Java Monster, but I can't do the ones that taste like melted Jolly Ranchers and like Clorox.
The OGs. Yeah. How much does that suck? I'm walking onto the plane, like whoever has to sit next to me, they're like, this guy's fucking jacked on Monster, listening to Five Finger Death Punch or something.
All the bedazzled parts of your shirt just keep falling off.
Yeah, right. Got a barbed wire tattoo on my bicep.
It's actually just real barbed wire that's embedded in your skin now. You keep poking them with it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, what is the barbed wire tattoo? Like, whose idea was that?
Pamela Anderson, right? Was she the first one?
Was Pamela Anderson the first barbed wire tattoo?
Maybe.
I don't even know what it
and
signifies.
And everyone's like, maybe she'll be into me.
Yeah, so
like, get this.
Oh my God, only dudes with barbed wire tattoos. That's what's keeping Pamela Anderson alive.
Or Goldberg kind of has that one.
Really?
I don't think his full barbed wire. It just is basically the same thing.
It's just like a giant wedding band around his arm.
Yeah, it's got like a U or something. Make it not just barbed wire.
Just the letter U.
Yep.
Or it spells something. Who knows? He's like, yeah, it's Hebrew lettering. I'm Jewish. Goldberg. It's the first Jewish wrestler. Are there, like, specifically religious wrestlers? I mean, I guess the Iron Sheik. Because he's a sheik.
The Dudley Boys were religious. Like, they made them like that in WWE. Or was it both of them? It was Devon, Reverend Devon. That's what
I don't
it was.
actually know shit about wrestling, so you take the reins on
don't
that.
Don't fucking ask then.
Yep, I was like, I'm done with this riff.
I'm sure there's been other ones, though.
Fuck me. Yeah, there's got to be.
Boing. Every time.
It almost sounds like a timpani.
I don't know shit about timpanis, so you can take the reins on this one.
All right, guys. When you are in the pit of the percussion of the band, you will have these large brass kettle drums that are also known as timpanis, and you actually tune them with a floor pedal. So in the middle of the song, you will have to possibly change tunings, or you'll have to find it in between songs, and you have to have a good ear for it. And I was very good at that, and it sounded like this.
That's in tune?
Yep.
Nice.
I don't know to what, but it is. It's in tune.
I think B.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
That's a letter.
Mine's C. Sharp. I think so.
You did it. See, you got back in there. You got back in there on that riff.
Wow, music is easy.
Yeah, it is. Don't let anyone tell you it's difficult.
Yep.
That's the one thing I
Same
don't
as
like.
comedy.
Is people that say they can't sing. I'm like, if you just do it enough, you can sing.
Yeah. Adele used to not be able to sing.
Yeah. And it's just like, singing is just 100% confidence. Sure, you're not going to maybe be Freddie Mercury, but at the same time, like...
He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. So
do you
fuck
want to
him.
be him?
You know what you could be? Axl Rose. He's still alive, but he also sucks balls.
And a lot of people want him to be dead.
Yeah, people want him to be dead because he is just a ham sandwich of a person.
Yeah.
Well, no, he lost weight again, but he's still
Really?
he's still just a human ham sandwich.
That's got to be such an interesting life, just to be completely loaded, and you're just like, yeah, I'm an asshole for a living. Like,
I
I
think he
piss
still has,
people
like,
off.
handlebar
Oh, I'm
mustache,
sure he does.
long ass hair.
Yeah.
I'd do that. I could definitely see myself being that.
I always wanted long hair, but pretty much year in between
It really sucks.
just does not sound
Where you
worth
just
it.
look like that little berries and cream Starburst kid where it's just halfway down your head.
Oh, I hated that kid.
Yeah, I love that. I love that commercial so much.
I haven't thought about that commercial in a long time.
I think I've realized recently that I'm just a genuinely like cheesy person. Like I used to think that I was putting on an act, and I have now gone too deep in the sauce.
Oh yeah.
And now I realize like, oh no, I'm just a fucking weirdo. Like it's just how I am.
Yeah.
It's been weird. I used to think that I was like almost normal, and I was like, look, but I can cut loose. I'm like, no, I'm just
Once you try and be normal, and you're like, oh, it's the same.
I'm like, oh, I'm a feral animal.
Yeah.
And so now I've fully embraced that about myself now.
Hey, you got chickens out of it.
I got chickens. I got my Crocs on the cheap.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good life. It's a
Hell
good
yeah.
life. Embrace yourself, guys. Whether you're just a stern dickhole or you're just a cosmic weirdo, pick one. Pick one and do something.
Yeah. I can't do it. I couldn't wear Crocs just because I would look not comfortable, and then people would just feed off that.
Yeah, that's the thing is
I have
I
no
wear them
confidence
because
about
like
it.
I'm so comfortable and I'm 100% about my comfort in these points of life now.
Yeah.
So it's a good intersection because now I
Yeah.
can just be like say something about my Crocs. I can kick you in the face from any height.
That's true.
Like it's
I used
so
to
easy.
be goofier, I feel like. Like, I got this hat that's Hera's Fight Night from, like, 1982 or something.
nice.
And I've been trying to wear it all day, and I'm like, I don't think I'm this guy.
You just want to be normal. Is that what you
Yeah.
have? Oh, what's your astrological sign? I've been getting into astrology recently.
Do you want me to just call my girlfriend and you guys could talk about this?
Yeah. I want to get into this astrology now.
Capricorn.
Ooh,
Oh, I know. I'm
Capricorn.
such a Cappy.
You're such a Cap. I'm a Leo, so I've been heavy up
Of
in them
course.
Leo vibes.
Yeah.
And I don't know shit about Capricorns.
I have new jokes about this, so make sure you don't write any jokes about this new thing you're
I can't joke about it. I love horoscopes too much.
Astrology's no joking matter.
Oh, here we go. Here's your daily horoscope.
Okay.
Not everyone is as comfortable with change as you are. Be very mindful of that fact when new ideas shake up your group today. Some folks may freak out a little bit, and they may have trouble making sense of it all. Try to convince these people that new ideas are nothing to be afraid of. Suggest that they take a wait-and-see attitude about things, and remind them that all the transitions that are coming won't be happening overnight. So there you go. Hopefully shit's changing in your life, or that means nothing.
Trying to get my girlfriend to do butt stuff.
There
That's
we
what
go. You gotta tell her to be open. The stars said so.
No, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, just in case she listens, you gotta put the disclaimer out there.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, he actually like read my horoscope. I'm like, actually, no, he didn't. No.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Or just stop right after the horoscope is done.
See, I also don't really like change. So that's made up. I don't know.
God, you're such a
Whatever
Capricorn.
makes you happy.
You're just such a Capricorn
But
about
it's
it.
like, it's all just very vague statements that anyone could relate to if they wanted to.
I don't know. I wouldn't relate to that because I'm just such a Leo about it.
I bet the same one will be Leo in like 20 days.
I disagree. Probably. I don't really know how. I don't know who writes them because they're different on each website that I've looked at.
Yeah.
So I'm like, these are curated by somebody.
Yeah, it's
there
like fortune cookies, probably.
Yeah. Are there professional astrologers?
Probably.
Because I know there's cryptozoologists.
Galileo, wasn't he one?
Sure. Galileo was the first astrologer to just be
Yeah.
like, I'm such a Cancer. I don't know what Galileo was.
I bet he was Cancer. I bet he was. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't really care. My girlfriend's real into it, and I'm just like, whatever makes you happy. But then, like, sometimes it'll hold things back, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of bullshit. Like, what's the one? Mercury retrograde?
Oh yeah, when Mercury's in retrograde.
Like, she's like, you're not supposed to sign contracts for that. And I'm like, we're homeless. We need to sign a lease. And I'm like, I don't care where this planet is.
That's pretty rough. Like
Yeah.
I've never like governed my life off
Right.
of it. I just kind of use it as like a
It's only if
like
she's
a
on
guide.
the fence about something,
yeah.
you know?
I mean that's kind of the thing that I've been doing is
Yeah.
just like reading it and going, yeah, okay, I'll take a back seat today. Thanks, the stars.
Yeah. That's kind of just like religious people.
Yeah,
And
I
they're
mean-
like, no, the Bible makes me hate gays.
I think that's
It's
why
not me.
because I never grew up with any religions, so I think I'm trying to find things now.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I'm grasping at straws for
You
more
should
meaning.
be a
but-
Scientologist. They'll probably you'll probably get a Netflix special.
I don't know. Like I like the idea of being able to be a big fish in the small pond of astrology because I think I could beat up Tom Cruise and
Yeah.
John Travolta. But
Oh, Scientology?
yeah, but I also don't know. Like, have you watched that YouTube video of them coming up to the person in the airport and just telling them they're worth nothing and that they should come back to the church, but also never talk about it and that they should die?
No.
It's very off-putting, and no one does anything about it.
Weird.
It's so strange.
And it's Tom Cruise doing it?
Yes,
Ugh.
it's Tom Cruise and Isaac Hayes, just
What?
yelling at some poor lady. Not really. Okay,
That sounds like a nightmare.
it is, and I've heard Scientology itself is a nightmare because you got to have thetans or whatever.
You get famous and you don't age, though.
Yeah, and you got to like, eat Jello.
I mean,
I don't actually know shit about Scientology.
that doesn't sound that bad. I'm not like a big fan of Jello, but it's not like a deal breaker.
What if it was your only sustenance? It was just like Jello orbs. They're like, there's protein in it. We have put proteins in here, and you're like, did you come in this Jello? And they're like, It's nutrients.
Isn't Jell-O just like ground up bones anyway?
Yeah,
That'd
just
be protein.
bones and cum.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my new religion. Instead of having like what the Eucharist, like the Catholics or whatever, you just
Yeah.
come in, you're like, come eat my bones and cum, guys. Make you big and strong. Gross.
I mean, those crackers are supposed to be Jesus's body.
They're so gross, though.
They are so gross.
They're so gross, and then they just give you juice instead of wine.
Yeah.
And it's not enough to wash down the dry-ass cracker.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh. And I've only ever gone to church, like by accident. So
Yeah.
it gets me every time.
I dated a religious girl in high school, and she made me go to church once.
Lame.
I hated it. It's like I'm like, no one taught me these songs that
Yeah.
everyone else knows. Feel pretty left out.
Well, you see, that's what I did like about it, is going to the church, and then they just have the big screen full of words.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there like, blessed be the name of the Lord. I was getting into it.
They didn't have good songs like that, I feel like.
You got to go to that new age kind of church where there's like
yeah.
a band up there, and there's like a...
Actually, there was a band at this one.
See?
Yeah.
He's got to get a good one. I played
It was
in a
just an
church band once.
extremely white church,
Yeah.
I've
only played in white churches.
Oh, yeah?
I think might have been the only brown person in there when I was drumming. But
I was going to apply for a job to be a videographer and editor at some church.
Do it.
But they seem like the only people who would really dive into your past on the internet. And they'd be like, is this you with like a satanic shirt on?
you're like, yeah, but the photo's
I was
upside
wearing
down.
it ironically.
Yeah, I was wearing it to ward off Satan.
They'll probably listen to this somehow.
Yeah. Hey, church, fuck off for a second.
Man, Sundays are such a good day to not work.
Yeah,
you know?
but that is the religious thing, though. You know,
Yeah, but I'd have to go work.
that's true.
Yeah.
That seems like a weird loophole
Yeah.
that they have people
They're like,
getting
it's a
paid
day
to
off
work at the
unless
church.
you're helping us.
I guess that's why they tell you, like, oh, you're volunteering, and then we
Oh,
just pay
yeah.
you a salary because you're part of the church.
Yeah.
And you're like,
They're like, what's
sure.
the pay? And they're like, not going to hell.
Like, I guess that'll last me for eternity, but what
Yeah.
about my rent?
Heaven sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Just hanging out with a bunch of freaking Christians.
See, what gets me is, like, do you get to keep your corporeal body, or are you just like an energy ball? Or, like, what is heaven? Is it that, like, walking around in the clouds? Are you your dead self, or are you your younger self?
Yeah.
Like, is everyone their ideal image of
And like,
themselves?
if you got in like a car accident, are you still like that?
Yeah, you're just flattened in pieces, or your
Or-
face is flapping off.
Yeah. I mean, if it's heaven, you're probably like shredded and got a couple more inches on the dong.
But that's the thing. Are you allowed to fuck in heaven without being married? What if your
You'd
wife
have to
didn't
get
die
married.
yet?
There's probably chapels like Vegas and Reno.
Do you get married
But you
again
can't
in
get
heaven?
divorced,
Yeah,
for
because
sure.
it's eternity.
Yeah.
So once you pick a heaven wife,
And your spouse is going to marry someone else when you die.
unless you like suicide pact each other and be like, see you up there.
Yeah. Chris Benoit did it.
Then you might both be like at different points in purgatory, like the DMV. Like you each have different spots, so she might get there before
and you're
you.
just like leaning in front of everyone, like,
Yeah.
like, come back here.
I asked this question the other day because I'm a blasphemer. But like, if Christians and Catholics and people believe that that all life is sacred, including the cum, when you come, is that like dying?
abortion?
Is that killing all those things? Does that cum have to go to purgatory? If so, is there like a giant cum vat, like
Oh,
an
God.
unending cum vat in
That
purgatory?
probably reeks.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know what to do about heaven.
Yeah, maybe that's hell.
It's just a giant... Hell is just a giant
Just
vat
like,
of
there's cum everywhere.
It just smells like a teenage boy's room. Oh, fuck, that's
In
gross.
theory, hell is probably like the sweetest place to hang out at, though.
Yeah.
There's gambling, drugs, fucking
All
good
the-
heavy metal.
All the
playing.
cool people, yeah.
Yeah, anyone who's cool. Some pieces of shit.
Yeah, Hitler's
but,
down there, but, that's just like any other metal show. You're like,
Is
oh, there's
he?
some Nazis here, but,
Yeah.
we'll...
You're like, I think that guy's a
If
Nazi.
they start acting up, as
Yeah.
long as they pay their cover.
Yeah, and nothing happens, but someone writes like a really long Facebook post about it the next day.
Yeah. Let's play fucking Mad Libs.
All right.
Let's-
Are we done already?
Not quite.
Okay.
But almost.
I've only half promoted anything.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get to the good part.
All right.
First, I got to run you through this fucking gem of a bit. I didn't do Mad Libs a few times, and I
Oh.
got complaints.
What?
I was like, no one listens to this
Yeah,
podcast.
by
What the
who?
fuck?
It was probably just Nick with like a fake name on there.
Yeah, okay, he just left me 10 voicemails. All right, let's do something about flying. I already forgot what it's fucking
Something
called.
about flying.
Can I have an adjective? It's a descriptor word.
Let's go with oblong.
Oblong. And now a noun.
Shirt.
Shirt. Now a plural noun.
Lemons.
Lemons. And now a noun.
Possum.
Possum. And now a plural noun.
Roads.
Roads. And now a noun.
Bodega.
Bodega. And now an adjective.
Let's do sick. No, that's. I was thinking of an adverb. How about louder music doesn't make it easier? Adjective. Shiny.
Shiny. And now a noun. Get ready for like 5 nouns in a row.
Okay. That's a person, place, or thing.
Yep.
Bartender.
Bartender. And now another noun.
Lamp.
And now another noun.
Post office.
Post office. And now another noun.
Fork.
Fork. And now a color.
Fuchsia.
Fuchsia. And a number.
666.
66. And finally another number.
69.
69. All right. It's time for the Mad Libs collection, Link Trainers and Flying. A link trainer is an oblong airplane that never leaves the shirt. It's used to teach beginning lemons the principles of flying. It has a possum and a full set of roads, just like a regular airplane. I didn't need to throw that in there. It can imitate any sort of aerial maneuver, such as a loop the bodega or a shiny dive, and it is very safe. Nothing can happen to you unless, of course, you forget to fasten your safety bartender. Then you might fall out on your lamp. After a student passes the tests on the link trainer, he then gets into a real plane and learns to taxi down the post office. And he learns to tell which way the fork is blowing before he takes off into the wild fuchsia yonder. Then in no time he learns to take off and is flying 666 miles per hour at a height of 69 feet. When he does this, he is a real pilot.
All right.
It was link trainers and flying.
I'm not going to lie. That story didn't make any sense.
No, it was very jumbled.
Yeah.
And I'm
Jumbled.
disappointed.
That'd be a good adjective.
It would be.
Yeah.
It's too late.
I feel like it needs to be like shuffled.
You should just say penis a bunch of times.
Like, yeah, I guess that would work. Because I feel like when I just know the order the words are going to come back in.
yeah,
you know?
it's really rough.
Yeah.
They should shuffle that shit. I mean, I'll get a different Mad Libs app other than the official Mad Libs.
That's the official
That's the
one?
official one. It's Mad
Jeez.
Libs brand.
What's Mad Libs looking like on Robinhood? It sounds like they're down.
I don't know if they've ever been publicly traded because they're probably, maybe the Scholastic Book Company.
Or
It's probably a
Hasbro or something.
nonprofit.
Hasbro.
Yeah, and how about
Not
Hash Bro? Yeah. Speaking of Hash Bro, plug some stuff.
Hash House?
It doesn't. Yeah, none of that matched at all. What do you got? What do you got coming up? What do you got going
Wow.
on? What's your pride and joy? Currently?
I started a website called The Guest Spot.
Yes, you did.
TheGuestSpot.net. Me and my good friend Ray Roberts from Ohio, who I started doing comedy with.
Nice.
we pretty much just had dreams of not having real jobs.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe a website would work, and I am $400 in the hole.
Yep, that's how it goes.
But that's all right. You wrote something for it.
Got one up there.
Yeah.
Got some other ideas in the
Some
tank.
fun articles on there.
I wanna
Hopefully
put
we
some
can,
photos.
expand it more. Much like the Hard Times, which we're ripping off. So
Yeah,
I'll just kind of follow their model.
It's just gonna be one of those things where we need just 1 or 2 articles to get shared around well, and then people will be like, "Oh, this is a good idea," or they'll say, "I can do better than this."
Yeah.
Either one.
There's been some good sharing. I feel like the biggest thing is that it's all people in the same market.
Yeah.
Like, I need to just find someone from, like, Houston or something.
Yeah.
And then expand. But there's so many little inside jokes and things that happen in every comedy scene, I feel like.
Yeah. I think it all kind of mirrors each other, though,
Yeah.
just depending. But definitely having somebody in, like, a way bigger scene, like if we had somebody in Denver or something to, like, toss some stuff in. But, I mean, I'll try to share it around, see who'll like it.
Yeah.
Because I've only got the one up there so far. And it was, man, the hardest part for me is coming up with names that aren't, like, real people's names.
You still stole Austin's last name.
I did, but that was the joke of Austin being an entirely other person with, like, he's, like, way cooler and in a different life. So that would be if he was named after a different Texan city. And so I just figured, I feel like Dallas Baca would be 300 pounds and shitty.
Yeah.
And have a Pubes of the World t-shirt.
Yeah, definitely. It is funny, too, because you can just tell everything's based off just a real person that happened. Like Ray wrote an episode or an article about a check from a comedy contest actually clearing. I was just like, is this about Tim Wolf? He was like, yeah. It's like, that's exactly what inspired this, which Tim Wolf won the Youngstown Comedy Festival.
Oh, okay.
And I think he was supposed to get like $2,000 or something. Got like $200.
Shit.
Yeah. He's really funny too.
That fucking sucks,
He's good.
man.
Shout out Tim Wolf.
I did really like the recently divorced woman thinking of starting comedy.
Yeah, see, that happens everywhere.
Yeah, that's literally like every year that happens.
All the time.
So
Everyone at the office thinks I'm the funniest.
Yeah. So check out theguestspot.net, guys.
Theguestspot.net.
It'll
find
only
it
get
on
better.
Facebook. We got a page on there. Instagram at theguestspot.net.
There you go.
So we're gonna expand that. We got a lot of articles backed up right now, so we'll be slowly putting those out, and hopefully we'll always stay ahead of schedule on that.
Yeah. So are you putting one out every day?
No, we're gonna do like 3 a week for now.
There you go. Just keep on 3 a week seems like a good.
Yeah.
Give people a day off to catch up with the one that just came out.
Yeah, to day
schedule.
off to finish laughing.
Fuck off.
So there's that. I will be in Fallon on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Is that the Barracks Bash?
Yeah, the Barracks
thing?
Bash Comedy After Party, which
go.
is after, like, some sort of Veterans Bash.
Yeah, is there
thing.
it's like a charity event situation?
Yeah, $20 tickets. It all goes towards veterans.
Do we know which organization it's going to, or is it just like somebody's
troops?
just? Yeah, because that's what always gets me about charitable events. Is I'm like, when you say the troops, do you just mean that you're a veteran and keeping it?
Yeah.
So I never know anymore.
It's going towards the comedy veterans.
Yeah, and so go support a good cause. I don't know what it is, so I don't know if I support it.
No, it's definitely a good one. I just don't pay attention.
Yep, Dylan's a terrible person.
Yep,
He doesn't love the troops.
I think I'm just gonna say give it up for the troops for 6 minutes.
Yeah, just the full time.
Yeah. Well, I got 7 minutes, so
okay.
I'll probably tell a joke about heroin at the end.
I wrote a new joke that's way too stupid, and I can do it for as long as I want.
Nice.
But it's just the idea of what if you could be buried like lasagna, and then you just put like a layer of casket, and a layer of dead body, and a layer of dirt. And then I say that for as long as I want.
So it's like someone else's body on top of you?
No, it's just you
or if
cut
they,
up
like,
slices,
sliced
yeah,
you
like they do with that deli slicer, so they can get bisections of people.
That'd be
but
cool.
You just do that. And so I did that bit for 6 minutes at Austin's open mic that we have to go to tonight. Well, not we. I mean, you don't have to go if you don't want, but it starts
considering it.
soon.
I feel like I should support it.
Yeah, but it's just he's
If not,
starting
I'll
that
dip
up.
into Rail City.
There you go. That's right there.
Yeah. I bet that would make you decompose a lot faster.
Yeah, and you know, and then it's fun because it's a lasagna. So
yeah, I'm not a big lasagna guy.
what a piece of shit.
I like ravioli.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Pretty quick to act on that one.
Sorry. I'm diehard for lasagna.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else you got?
And then 1 week from today is going to be the first installment of Barrel Age Comedy at Imbibe. Imbibe Custom Ales, just an awesome brewery on East 2nd. We've got PK Hutchinson
Hell yeah.
headlining. We've got David Gamble.
Also dank.
Bobby Benedict.
Oh, shit, that's me.
Oh, shit. And then we've got Luke Westberg and Michael Graham. We're going to play a little game called Stand and Deliver.
Boy, they're going to shit the bed on
Yeah,
that.
they
Calling
are.
it now. I'm excited.
Yeah, so that's a game invented by my buddy Bill Squire in Cleveland. So I, made sure he doesn't care if I do it at my show 2,000 miles away. So basically, we're going to have the crowd. Well, we're going to have Luke and Mike come up at the beginning. The crowd's going to throw out suggestions for jokes, and they're going to spend the whole show writing jokes about those topics, and then they're going to face off at the end. And the audience will pick who's best at writing a joke with an hour's notice.
Man.
Which is always fun. Sometimes you can get like a good joke out of it.
Yeah.
I never did whenever I played the game.
Why
but
are you bad at it?
I'm just bad at comedy.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Didn't you make it onto the thing?
yeah,
The second layer of
I did. I won the There Goes the
Yeah, that's what it's
Neighborhood
called.
semifinals.
Hell yeah.
So June 20th, if I win that one, I get a spot at Cobb's.
Fingers crossed.
Famous comedy club Cobb's. Cobb's in San Francisco, which would be pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Because that's a prestigious place.
I think you can get
And
there.
the punchline will be closed.
Can't punch I'm going to fucking implode on them.
Yeah, right. So, and what's kind of nice is I could go do Cobb's and eat shit, but no one's going to look into it. They're
Yeah.
just going to see it in my credits.
That's all you need.
Yep. Which I like that.
What else you got coming up? Anything else?
Next Thursday, I'll be in Truckee with a couple dudes at Alibi Ale Works.
Dope.
Two of my buddies from LA are coming up. They're going to do that show, and then they will also be at the Dead Panda show at Reno Improv next Friday.
Dope.
So we got John Pridmore, who's one of my favorite comics that I used to do comedy with in Ohio. Now an LA guy. He'll be headlining, and then we got Cooper Lyden, just a young buck from LA.
A young upstart
Yep.
looking to make some waves.
Yep. He's pretty fucking hilarious. Who else is on that show? Me.
You are.
Luke Westberg is hosting.
There you go.
We got Brian Woods.
Okay. Good. Yeah.
Chris Thigpen.
All right. Solid choice.
Yeah, Chris is great. Brad Vance is on it.
Right.
I feel like there's probably more, but
I don't know. That seems like a pretty solid lineup. That's like
that's
seven
like
people already.
Yeah, that's how many it is, I think.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah, so that's next Friday at Reno Improv. It's going to be a
Nice.
good show, and my friends are driving like 7 hours for it, so
it's gonna be fucking
don't
good.
be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Show up.
Yeah,
Show up,
you guys heard it
listeners.
here. Don't be a piece of shit. Just go to the Reno Improv for the Dead Panda showcases.
Yeah.
The
Once
end.
every month. What is that? The fourth Friday of every month.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Good turnout. Trying to make it a thing. And then the Imbibe show is going to be a monthly thing as well, the third Monday of every month.
Monday.
So after this, we'll have June 17th, I believe. And I'm going to have Sarah and Andrea headlining that one. Sarah Ruker and Andrea B.
That is her stage name.
That's right.
Because she doesn't like when people try to say her last name.
That's why I'm not doing it.
Good choice. All right. Anything else? Y'all good on that front? You got any other things happening?
Don't think so. I'll be at Pioneer Underground the Memorial Day weekend with Ida Rodriguez,
Oh, okay.
who I believe just made an appearance in Tiffany Haddish in
Oh,
her
shit.
Netflix special.
That's pretty dope.
So that's why they're bringing her back immediately
Yeah.
before she is huge.
Ride that train.
And then I'm real excited about the weekend after that, working with Jessica Michelle Singleton.
Oh, shit.
She's fucking hilarious.
She actually going to come like to the Pioneer?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she's doing the whole weekend there. I saw her at the Sack Punchline in January with Ari.
She's
Ari
fucking
Schaefer.
good.
Shafir. Yeah, she's fucking hilarious. And she's just like 5 feet tall, like blonde, and you're just like, I wouldn't expect you to say shit like this.
I'm also 5 feet tall.
I was like,
and
is
blonde.
that Bobby?
That's me.
Yeah. I'm like, they pronounce his name wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's it. That's
Cool.
all in the near future.
I mean, I'm the most impressed that you actually had all that in your brain. That you're the only person that didn't immediately look at their phone and then read for 10 minutes.
Well, I posted it on Facebook like 2 hours ago.
So you got it locked in
So,
fresh.
yeah.
That's pretty dope.
While I was in the parking lot at the mall,
So-
waiting to go on the radio there.
Everyone else, step your game up so you can plug things that
Step your
efficiently.
game up. I did finally make one of those pictures of me doing stand-up with
And then
tour
all
dates.
the list dates.
Yeah.
I've only done one of those, and it's still fun. I love
I
doing
found the last one I did, and it's like 3 days.
those. Yeah, that's
They
usually
were
how
all
it goes.
together. That was a nice little run. Little run down the same street
Call
in
it a tour.
Cleveland.
Yep, just call it a tour.
Yep. It's all, I got to name this tour, don't I?
I don't think I have any fucking comedy dates except for Imbibe, which you have already thoroughly plugged.
Imbibe,
So
free
I will
show,
not.
free show.
Oh, free show.
Yeah.
Guys, show up and just drink a fuckload. It's a free show. Come on.
Yeah, drink a fuckload. The beers are 20% off.
I'm going to talk about
for
my
it.
jizz like the whole time. It'll be great.
So that's a good time to go to the bar and get a drink.
Get a nice, thick, ropey beverage.
Yeah. I was thinking about, should I bring food? They let you bring
Do it.
food there, but I
Bring
don't know
food.
if I want to set that standard of
Yeah,
like Dylan has a free show and
Tell
he feeds
other people
you.
to bring food.
But I just bought a smoker. I want to try
Bring
it.
a whole brisket, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Brisket comedy shows.
I don't have shit on comedy, but band shows coming up.
Oh.
This is coming out tomorrow, so I can still plug Virginia Street Brew House with the headliners, Running with Ravens, and then the Electric are also going to be there. Our buddies in the Electric, and then my band Sad Giants will be throwing down the gauntlet. We aren't that hardcore at all. I make very melodic songs.
Are the Ravens just running
They're
on
just
the
running.
ground?
They can't fly.
That sounds
Yeah,
hilarious.
They cannot fly at all. They're very
When
stupid.
birds run, it's one of the
It's funny,
funniest
especially when they
things
just end up hopping.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck are you doing with your
Yeah,
body?
right? It's like, you know what I know, right? Like, you can just fly.
I can't find my next show. I'm pretty sure it's in June. I'm going to say June 7th.
Sweet. Where at? Jub
Shays.
Jubs. Oh,
Me
Shays.
Shays. I can't do Jub Jubs
Shays.
anymore.
Why?
I've just never had a good show there.
Um,
So Shays at least takes care of me, and I usually
if you
get
did
paid.
Afro
so.
Man covers.
You know, I might have to try.
Yeah.
I think I could pull off Cold 45.
But you have
and do
good
zigzags.
shows at Shays?
Yeah, I have good shows at Shays.
Shays is a very aggressive bar.
Yeah,
I love it.
I think I've only ever had one bad time there, and it was only because I got too drunk and couldn't play right. But every
Nice.
one of my shows there has been dope as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
So coming out to Shays,
Shays
June
has been
7th.
open for like 30 years straight.
Yeah,
They've
and
never closed.
They've never closed because I'm pretty sure they like run off of that cocaine.
Yep. Yep.
They have that going. Let's see.
That place is hilarious because people don't go to the bathroom to do coke.
Yeah.
They're just like, why don't we just do it right here off the bar?
Yeah, they're like, but we're here. There's plenty of smooth surfaces right in front of us.
They're like, everybody's doing it. Yeah, I love that place, but I don't go there. I just like the idea of it.
I only ever have shows there. Like I don't go there voluntarily.
Yeah, I went
only
there
go
once
for
on
the
my
job.
birthday.
Oof. I guess I did go there on 420, but it was like 2 p.m. So I was like, I think I'm safe.
And then it slammed.
What stuff are you into right now? What media in the world do you dig? Got anything you wanna shout out there?
I've been watching I Think You Should Leave on Netflix. It's a sketch show.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Austin put that on randomly the other day, and I
It's
was
phenomenal.
mentally not prepared for it.
Yeah.
And it fucked with me. Still
Yeah.
does. Especially the one of the guy with the like honk if you're horny
Oh,
bumper
that's
sticker.
great.
That whole run of them, I was not prepared for that
Yeah,
one at all.
yeah.
It fucked with me real bad.
He's real good at stopping it before it like drags on too long.
Yeah,
you know?
but it drags on.
it's
like
just like, okay, it's done and being funny right now.
It's crazy that like he takes the idea of a bit that you would think that wouldn't be funny for longer than 20 seconds.
Yeah.
He gets like at least 5 minutes out of it, and then you're like, this can't go anymore, and he just ends it
Yeah,
perfectly.
he's like,
I'm
no,
like,
I
fuck.
can't.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yep, check that shit out, because I need to rewatch that sober.
Yeah. They're quick episodes, too.
Yeah.
So you just fucking blast through them. So, yeah, I've been into that.
There you go.
Death metal is cool.
Let's see. What am I into right now? My own band. Guys, check out Sad Giants on every major streaming platform, especially Spotify, my streaming service of choice. Check out our new EP, Sunday Best, on every platform.
Are you all Giants?
We're all giant. We're all above 6 feet, and that was really the only criteria. Not really. There was no criteria. That happened accidentally, and so we kept the idea rolling.
You guys could kill on Tinder.
Yeah.
They're like, we're in a band where no one's allowed to be below 6 feet tall.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah.
If I still had a Tinder profile, I'd put that on there.
Nice. I've never had Tinder.
I don't suggest it. It's fucking bad. You know what? My dudes in Noise Brigade. Noise Brigade up from Portland, formerly from Alaska. That's where I knew them from. They just put out a new album called Find What It Love and Let It Consume You. It's so fucking dope. If you're a fan of, like 2000s easy core or like Drive-Thru Records era pop punk stuff, check them out. They've got amazing composition in their songs, and so this new album is just fucking dope, and it's blown me away how much they've grown in the fucking 10 years I've known them, I think. So that's fucking dope. Check out Noise Brigade, check out my band, and I think that's really all I've been digging lately, aside from Pup's Morbid Stuff. Jesse, it's a good album. It's my album of the year, I think. I'm going to keep shouting it out.
Who's Jesse?
Oh, he's my drummer in my band who told me to stop plugging that album because he doesn't like it. I've plugged it like 7 times. It's so good, though. Let's see. Any closing remarks?
Not really.
Okay, bye.